match for sure, and I'm gonna kick his ass. That's 100%.
After all, there's a good argument to be made that this entire thing was stupid and pointless. However, it's certainly something that generated some level of interest. And I don't really buy into the whole moral stand of it all. I mean, this is not a human rights violation. This is just sports.
The shocking battle of the sexes that nobody saw coming just went down, and Aryna Sabalenka got completely humbled by Nick Kyrgios, who steamrolled her in straight sets. What started as a hyped matchup quickly turned into a blowout, with Sabalenka clearly outclassed, and now the heat is coming from all sides. Did she seriously misjudge this challenge by saying yes? In this video, we're breaking down everything. What went wrong for Sabalenka, the pre-match trash talk, the media frenzy, Kyrgios' reaction, and how it all exploded into this unforgettable showdown. The whole idea of a battle of the sexes has always stirred controversy in sports, especially in tennis. Matching men against women sparks non-stop debates about fairness, equality, and the physical differences between genders. For years, men and women have competed separately, but this idea keeps resurfacing, triggering strong reactions from fans and analysts alike. In many ways, these showdowns have become a symbolic fight for gender equality, though they're always tangled up with controversy.
Then how stressed he is, because for him it's a lose-lose. For me it's the win-win, right, situation?
It is.
So I'm so excited.
When the news dropped that Aryna Sabalenka, one of the top women in tennis, was stepping up to face Nick Kyrgios, reactions were all over the place. Some fans were hyped, curious to see how this wild matchup would actually play out. Kyrgios is infamous for his unpredictable style, fiery energy, and ability to turn the heat up when it counts. Sabalenka, on the other hand, is a powerhouse in her own right, crushing the women's circuit with a heavy ground strokes and aggressive play. On paper, it looked like a thrilling clash, a rare showdown highlighting the gender dynamics of the sport. But once the match kicked off, reality hit hard. Sabalenka, despite all the pre-match bravado, was no match for Kyrgios. From the first point, it was obvious he was in total control. His serve was unstoppable, racking up ace after ace, and his returns made Sabalenka's biggest shots look soft. Kyrgios brought his full arsenal, mixing drop shots, booming forehands, and laser-precise backhands. He dominated the baseline, showing zero mercy, while Sabalenka struggled to find any rhythm. Her serves and ground strokes that usually wowed crowds seemed powerless against his relentless pace. You could see her frustration building, her body language betraying the confidence she had before the match. It wasn't just that she was losing, it was the way Kyrgios completely outplayed her. He moved with freedom, confidence, and chaos, while she looked frozen, unsure how to crack his defense. The first set ended lightning fast, and Sabalenka already looked outmatched. Fans expecting a competitive fight were left shaking their heads as Kyrgios ran away with the first set, and the second wasn't any different. Sabalenka kept struggling, her serve failing her, her ground strokes missing the mark. It was a blowout, and Kyrgios showed zero signs of slowing. His serves kept punishing her, his volleys precise, sending her scrambling across the court. By match point, Kyrgios sealed a straight-set victory, leaving Sabalenka to pick up the pieces of a shattered confidence. Naturally, the internet blew up. Social media exploded with reactions from fans, analysts, and trolls alike. The internet absolutely blew up with memes, jokes, and non-stop commentary roasting Sabalenka's performance. Fans couldn't resist mocking her for how poorly she played, and suddenly everyone was asking, why did she even agree to this matchup? Comments flooded in, labeling the whole event a disaster, with some insisting that Sabalenka had made a huge mistake taking on Kyrgios. Sure, athletes take risks and challenge themselves, but this particular clash looked like a major miscalculation on her part. Many argued that she essentially shot herself in the foot by signing up for the battle of the sexes. It felt like she was set up to fail with the odds stacked against her. After all, Kyrgios is a top-tier player, packed with experience, a fiery personality, and a knack for dominating opponents effortlessly. Sabalenka, though an elite talent herself, is still sharpening her game and maybe wasn't fully ready for the pressure Kyrgios would bring. Honestly, I also think Nick was a rough choice for this, especially considering where he's at in his career. Imagine a whole alternate universe where someone else stepped in. But here's where it gets even juicier: the pre-match trash talk. Leading up to the showdown, Sabalenka was full of confidence, telling anyone who would listen that she was ready to go toe-to-toe with Kyrgios. In interviews and across social media, she talked a big game, promising to bring the fight. Her bold statements got fans hyped, eager to watch her take on the notoriously outspoken Kyrgios. "I'm gonna show Kyrgios that I'm not afraid of him? Not me," Sabalenka had boldly declared before the match. "I'm gonna make sure he knows he's in for a tough time on that court. I've been preparing for this moment, and I'm ready to win." "I'm so excited," she added, noting the high stakes. "For him, it's a lose-lose. For me, it's a win-win." But when the match ended in a decisive blowout, her pre-match confidence quickly came back to haunt her. Analysts and fans alike pointed out that Sabalenka's trash talk had looked more like empty bravado than a real game plan. Instead of proving herself on the court, she was humiliated by Kyrgios' dominant performance. Her failure to back up her words only added fuel to the fire of criticism. Social media exploded. Some fans roasted her overconfidence, calling it misplaced arrogance. Others were more sympathetic, reminding everyone that the battle of the sexes has always been a tough challenge for women in tennis. Regardless, one thing was clear: Sabalenka's trash talk had made the fallout even worse. Expectations had been sky high, and when she failed to deliver, the backlash was inevitable. Critics didn't stop there. Many questioned why she had even accepted the match in the first place. The battle of the sexes has always been controversial, stirring debates about gender equality and the physical differences between men and women in tennis. Could a woman really compete on equal footing with a man in a match like this? And if so, was it wise for Sabalenka to take such a high-stakes risk? Some argued she had set herself up for a no-win scenario. Even a victory would have carried an asterisk, given Kyrgios' unpredictable style. A loss, especially one so one-sided, would damage her reputation and career. As the media jumped in, outlets across the world began analyzing every moment of the match, amplifying the scrutiny and the pressure she now faced. Critics were quick to label the whole event a fiasco. Many argued that the idea of the battle of the sexes is outdated and problematic, claiming it reinforces harmful stereotypes about men and women in sports. Some even called the matchup immoral, suggesting that Sabalenka had been taken advantage of by agreeing to the challenge. But Nick Kyrgios wasn't about to let anyone take shots at him or at the match without responding. After the match, he made it crystal clear: Sabalenka signed up for this of her own free will. She wanted this matchup. I didn't push her into anything. I'm just here to play my game. And in many ways, Kyrgios' dominant performance served as a direct rebuttal to Sabalenka's pre-match trash talk. Leading up to the match, she hyped herself up, promising to take him down and show who's boss. But when the ball dropped, it was Kyrgios controlling the court from start to finish, leaving Sabalenka struggling to keep up. The contrast between her bold words and the harsh reality of the match made the defeat even more glaring. The internet didn't hold back. Memes, jokes, and savage commentary flooded social media, turning Sabalenka into the butt of every joke. Now, the big question: will we ever see another battle of the sexes in tennis after this fiasco? Fans are divided, and the debate about gender, skill, and hype in sports is far from over. Some argue that battles like this shine a spotlight on gender equality in sports, while others think the concept has long outlived its usefulness. Whether we'll see more matchups like this is anyone's guess, but one thing is clear: Sabalenka's role in this clash won't be forgotten anytime soon. With the dust settling, it's obvious Sabalenka learned a tough lesson. Bold and confident before the match, she was ultimately no match for Nick Kyrgios, who shut down both her words and her game in one fell swoop. As for Kyrgios, he came out on top, not just on the court, but in the media war too, silencing critics and proving that sometimes actions speak louder than words. What do you think about this whole battle of the sexes fiasco? Did Sabalenka make a mistake accepting this challenge, or was it just bad luck? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis and sports commentary. Catch you in the next one.